Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not.
That was a complete fiasco.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
Fascinating. What is this? Ah, I see.
This is which sign? Intriguing. That is something. Curious. Interesting. Curious.
Excellent. I am glad to be working alongside other people.
Nice one, buddy. New caretaker was right about you.
Fascinating.
The hunter stalks its prey. Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there. With a little help.
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire... Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
But I do not have a quill.
Even better.
Relax, Tony. I simply jest. It is an ink derived of the spider lily flower. Red spider lily flowers.
Of course it was. Obviously.
With just a touch of amphibian blood. For power.
Haha! Another zinger. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul.
May your sleep be filled with...
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man... Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again. There never was enough room for my armor in this thing.
They're everywhere! We must go back! To where?
The book! Is she reading from the book? Then we advance. No! Hold the line! I can stop her. Only I can stop her!
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could. Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the forge. I think he has another present for you. I'm almost getting used to seeing you on your feet again. Almost.
Next thing I know, the sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think it could have used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near strong. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being...
You mean a physician of the...
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates...
You lost much yesterday, Doctor. I am the one who...
I appreciate that, Hunter. I admit I did not... And you're right. I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100%. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge. Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the Black Mouth. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud...
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not... It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday, but I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am...
That creature...
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, he's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are...
My mother has a gift for...
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition.
How does Eddie feel about...
He seems to relish the experience. And under...
It sounds like Spider-Man is Venom's nemesis.
Of course. I have no doubt Spider-Man will prove...
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection.
In your time, I'm sure you encountered a variety. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence.
And no one has...
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the...
Ley lines?
Often dismissed as pseudoscience in the modern day, ley lines actually represent the convergence of magical energies formed. Ancient civilizations built their temples along these lines, tapping into the power. Two such lines converge at the Sanctum's location. Needless to say,
Will the wards ever provide the same protection?
It may be possible to undo the damage, but now that a weakness has been exposed, I'll have to Tony did offer a military-grade laser protection grid, should I be so inclined.
How did Wanda come?
Wanda's story is quite... There was an accident on the Abbey grounds.
That must have been some...
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to... As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to... Eventually...
How did... And you have been keeping an eye...
You make it sound like I've been guarding her. My role here is merely one of friendship for... One thing is certain. She refuses...
How... That kind of power sounds like it could be dangerous.
We don't truly know the extent of Wanda's power. Were she here now, I think you...
I feel like
I can't say I'm... You should speak...
Let us...
Visit whenever you like, it's...
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected.
It is nice.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less powerful. Was this close to make... But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to... You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your... I'm betting you have questions, so...
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
I may be a few hundred...
Oh, you are a sharp one. But...
Is all this magic a threat to...
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a spring... At least they did before
I cannot help but feel part...
Well, I wouldn't take it personally. We were detecting changes in both magic and science. But yeah, things have definitely...
Seen anything...
What, other than my roommate? But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. Magic.
Was it
Actually, yes. Thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly it just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this.
What sorts of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier.
I am impressed with you.
From where you're standing, I could... Still, I doubt I'll be branding one of these with the Stark Industries logo.
You must have an interesting...
Well, just your... Pops was a founding member of the military, and tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which... I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head, and was all set to fall. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a super...
I guess we have all had to...
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to... Just kidding.
Thanks for...
Anytime. Remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, if you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Yield Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it Coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it.
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Hey, Hunter. This should be quick. Tony's Forge Mystery. Close. You're welcome, Hunter.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard. Welcome to the yard. At least that caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
None.
All right then. Let's do this. Peace. What's up?
Can I ask? Is your name real?
Is your name?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your...
That is how I...
It takes all...
So...
No.
What?
It's...
Is it...
No, the hunter. But I only...
You do not consider...
Not yet.
How did you be...
You say that like I had a...
How is that?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in... Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way...
How long...
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back.
What?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Not until...
And
she gave me...
what brought you to...
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I...
Did she ever...
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey, something I'd never known. Must have read. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club...
Tell me about...
Oh.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solid...
Guess I never found them.
Is that...
No, but that's all I'll share for now. If I trust you.
What can you tell...
Nothing.
I'm not asking you...
Fine. What?
Tell me...
She's the youngest, but she...
Why let her...
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we...
What makes you...
She has a... And that's... Who else?
What am...
He's exactly what he seems. He's open with people. Easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the... He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So, any...
What do you...
Keeps to it.
That is...
She's a private person. Until...
When did...
At her own pace. Respect that, and any...
Tell me what you...
Well, there are a few people I tolerate. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big... I'd follow her to hell if I had to.
I am surprised...
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like. Any...
No...
Shh.
Do you have any thoughts on the team?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger, and I think we're pretty green. But speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna...
I am ready.
Later. So... I'm not big on flashy costumes, but if you're hoping to stand out in the crowd, that'll do it. Hunter.
Hey, hey. Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right I'm Carol. Carol Danvers, but... Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone. Not gonna lie. Going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've... Well, not so much fish as that ginormous, invulnerable sewer monster that's...
The venom creature surprised me before.
That thing's tougher than a Flurkin furball. You better steer clear of him and his... Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one as in Hydra. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can...
Well, if there is any time to put your powers of persuasion to...
Trust me, Hunter, I'm looking forward to it. Hydra's been a thorn in me and Steve's asses for years. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a... Welcome back.
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct.
Ow. The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
It was just recently that the Hudson Yard...
Let's see. Trench coat. Something tells me these midnight warehouse. Probably can scratch abandoned off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps the more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydras. Liliths. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
Gonna need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
Should get the blood pumping. Get ready. getting better every day. That's one hell of a move. Never seen that before.
Here we go.
Watch close. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
Ready up. Let's do it.
Now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device. Get her!
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
The light will carry you onward.
Every little bit helps.
I see why so many fear your strength.
Forever in service!
I almost felt that one.
This is getting old.
More of them are joining the fight.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you, there is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape.
One less thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
We serve until the end!
Admire your persistence.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variants' gamma signatures without a baseline resonance sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
even for Hydra. You are lucky to still be breathing.
That's a neat trick.
Interesting. I think they can arrest you for that in New York, Blade.
Can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. By now, I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse, hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
Light will heal you. The power of the light.
Exactly what I needed.
Take this!
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
We've done it!
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier, that one almighty. Something, gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves? Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid? You do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The Eternal Spirits of Vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night.
Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time. Let me see. How did this work again?